Okay, so this is a little tutorial to show you how you're going to do your Bohr model diagrams. You will just need, most of you probably know how. I'm just going to show you how to insert the drawings and make it work. So here's our Bohr model diagrams worksheet that you should have open. And the first thing I need to do is beryllium. And beryllium, I'm going to do as an example, is in the second row. So it has two rings, okay? So beryllium has two rings. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead, again, I'm going to insert, drawing, and new. So this will help me be able to start. And you can make, 3 or however many you want of these, 1 ring, 2 ring, and 3 rings if you'd like, okay? But the nice thing with beryllium is it has 2 rings, and there actually is one that you can just do, and it's 2 rings. This is my favorite one when I'm doing it on here. So you'll go to shapes, you'll click shapes here, and for 2 rings, I would actually use this donut. And the reason would, because it makes 2 rings, just like that, okay? So it makes it really easy because it's already 2 rings. And then the fill color, I would make it transparent so you can see through it. Save and close, okay? And then you will drag, then the next thing, of course, is setting our image options. So if you click on the 3 dots there and you click on image options, you can go, it'll bring up the options on the side, okay? So it should bring up these to the right side. Then what you're going to do is you're going to click text wrapping and wrap text, okay? Then you will notice some choices show up here on the image itself. So now you're going to choose fixed position on page so it doesn't move around so much, and 0. Now it makes it very easy to move your image around and be put on top of things. So you can put it in your box, okay? And then you can close down image options, okay? And now we have this nice box and we have 3 rings, or 2 rings. So this is beryllium, and I'll show you the atoms, how to do the electrons in a minute. But the other thing you want to do is you can also, it doesn't have to be in the middle, but you can also put, you're going to put protons, okay? And beryllium has 4, okay? We know, and then electrons, 4, and then neutrons. So you need to put this in each box, and neutrons is going to be neutrons, the mass is 9, and so it's 9 minus 4, which would be 5, okay? So you can put that in there. I don't care if you put P4, E4, N5. That's fine. You just need to have it somewhere in the box, okay? About how much each one has. Okay, and the next thing you can do is you're going to add your electrons. So this has 4 electrons, and then it goes through the first ring. So the first row, 1 and 2, okay? So then we can go insert, and we're going to insert a drawing again. Sorry, had to think for a minute. And so then once you get here, you're going to choose shapes and just the circle, just like we did in the Bohr model worksheet. You're going to make a small little circle, okay? Make it, fill it whatever color you like. I'm going to do red, and press save and close, okay? Now that you have that, click on it. You're going to say image options, okay, right? You need your image options again, okay? So you're going to get image options, which is from these 3 little things, all image options, okay? And then your right over here will show up, and you're going to click wrap text under text wrapping. Then you will go back to your image and click fixed position on page and 0. So now what we do, just like we did for the worksheet, is you're going to press Control C, which is going to copy your electron that you made right there. Click somewhere, press Control V, you're going to make another one. Oops, that one did not work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Copied something else for me. Click on it again, press Control C, and then Control V. and hopefully one of them shows up, and then press Control V. Okay, Control V. I've got 3 now, Control V, and now I have 4. So now I can move them around, and beryllium goes through the first shell, has the first 2 full, because goes through the first row, and then it's in the second row. And if we read left to right, it now goes 1, 2, and I actually have 5 in here, so I don't need that one. So I'm going to go ahead and press Control. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to move him. Oops, not make him bigger. Okay, go back. I want the same size, but I'm going to move that guy over here for when I do my sodium. Okay, so now you have 4. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the 2. I showed you the 2 rings. I'm going to show you in the draw program also how to do the 1 in case you have one that has 1. And then I'm also going to show you how to do the one that has 3. Okay, so let's look. So insert, drawing, new, and you bring up your drawing pad here. Okay, then you're going to press the shapes, get a shape, and you're going to have 1. So let's say you have 1, so you just the single circle, and there you go. Make sure you choose fill transparent. Okay, so there's a single circle. Let's see 3. So the fastest way to do 3 is to choose here the donut. So I always make the donut because now I have 2. Okay, so now I have 2. And then I'm going to add my third one after I make this transparent in the fill. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, shapes, circle, and I'll make a third one around my donut. And you can adjust it however you need to. You can move it. Okay, you don't have to set the image options for this one. So now I have 3. Okay, so if I take this one, I'm going to actually cut this one, and I'll have this is my image. If I press save and close, it's now one image with 3 rings. Okay, and you can resize it here if you want it smaller to fit in the box. You can resize it, but remember you're going to have to set the image options to wrap text. So the 3-pronged, the 3 little dots, image options, okay, wrap text, and then fix on position and 0. You notice how it changes, how it moves around. Then you can move this one around however much you'd like. So that's how to make 1 ring, 2 rings, and 3 rings, or my advice on doing it. Some of you may even have different ways, which is perfectly fine. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to get a hold of me.